Alrighty guys, welcome back to another episode of Dinner Made Magic. Today we are making some chicken tenders and rice pilaf, and as always you can find the whole thing free on my blog, or you can join my Patreon where for $5 a month you can get print and e-version recipe cards for your collections. Now step 1 is to get this chicken handled, and you could just buy chicken tenders, but it is cheaper to just break down some chicken breasts on your own, honestly. And we like cost-efficient grocery shopping, especially when, it literally just takes one extra step and then you just have the same amount of chicken tendies anyway. I'm cutting them in half and then cutting them in half again so I have some nice long strips that aren't too thick. Then we're going to set that oven to 425 and bake them for 20 to 25 minutes. And you guys know where this is going. You got to make your dredge station. So we got our flour, and then we're also going to get some egg nice and wind up over here. I started with 2 eggs and I felt deep in my bones that 2 eggs was not going to be enough. And you know what? I was right. So after you mix all that up, maybe just add that 3rd egg. Lastly, you got your panko station, and this is where you're going to add your seasonings too. I use garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, and thyme. I also managed to drop my garlic powder literally everywhere. Jesus Christ. But after cleaning all that up and reclaiming my zen, we were moving on. Again, just mix all those seasonings together. Don't forget to add salt and pepper either, and then just mix them all together. This is going to add a lot of nice flavor to your chicken tenders on top of really nice crispy breading. And the order goes like this: flour, then egg, then breadcrumbs. Have a baking pan lined with parchment paper waiting on the other side so you don't get a bunch of drip drop literally all over your kitchen table. You're bound to make a little bit of a mess, but it doesn't need to be a lot of a mess, you know what I mean? And really make sure you're pressing that chicken in here too, like don't let any pieces go naked and without breadcrumbs. This is step 1 of our magic layering because you saw how much time I put in that breadcrumb. Also, always make sure you keep one hand clean because the other will inevitably become a little mitt full of breading. Very icky. But with your sheet pan full of magical chicky tendies, get that in the oven and then get dicing half an onion. The other half is going to be for our salad. This diced part though, this is going right in the rice pilaf. And the rice pilaf is where a lot of our other magic is going. That's where we're going to combine thyme, lemon, and mint. So fry up that onion all nice, really get it sizzling in there, and then make sure you season this as well. You don't want to skip out on any bits of salt and pepper or else something's going to taste not quite flavored and we don't want that. But stir it around, and once that's all fried up and you've got your garlic in there and nice and fragrant too, you're going to add your rice. Make sure it's rinsed and then get it toasted a little bit. And if you need to, you can add some more oil on top just to make sure that this doesn't burn and it doesn't get like super crispy. You don't want that, you just want it nice and toasted. But then after that, you're going to add some seasonings like this chicken bouillon cube, as well as your thyme and your garlic powder and your onion powder. And given the amount of garlic and onion in here, you could absolutely invoke some of that too. Those are great for exorcism or getting money or protection or banishing something. But now just add 2.5 cups of water, bring it to a boil, and then put it on low to simmer for about 12 minutes. And then make sure you leave it a little bit too. Leave it for like 5 minutes to just sit off the heat in the pot. And now here's where the tomato comes in, because this is going to be the easiest salad you ever make in your life, I promise. All you do is quarter a bunch of Roma tomatoes and then finish slicing up the rest of the onion you have, and that is pretty much the basis of the salad. Of course, you're going to add some other things too, which I'll show you in a second, but tomatoes, unlike other nightshades, actually have to do with water, not fire, and Venus, not Mars. That makes them great for protection because they are still a nightshade, but also for love and prosperity. But anyway, get all this nice and seasoned up, and again, there's onions there too, so you can invoke that for prosperity and money. We're going more with a love bend here, but then add some apple cider vinegar. Add as much as you'd like. I like mine pretty sour, so I add a good amount. And after that, here's the end of the salad. Just mix it all together. Maybe break up the onions with your spoons where you need to, but that's literally it. I told you, the easiest salad you will quite literally ever make. And it's so delicious, especially in the summer. If you have like fresh tomatoes from your garden, keep this in mind. This is going to be killer in the summer. Amazing. But once that's all set, the rice is about done, so chop up some fresh mint, and optionally you can mix that with some lemon thyme, which I have grown outside, or just some regular fresh thyme. If you have neither of those, that's okay, the mint is just enough. And now take out your chicken, again 20 to 25 minutes, I cooked it for 30, which is way too long, and while those cool, get the rest of your rice set up. You want to fluff this up all nice, and then zest some lemon directly into it, as well as squeeze some lemon juice. The reason we're adding this now is because if you add it while it's cooking, it's going to get kind of bitter. This stuff doesn't really like to be cooked. It ruins the oils, and it makes just all that nutrition and flavor go away. Same with the fresh herbs. Fresh herbs you always want to add at the end. The residual heat is more than enough to activate all that flavor. You don't need to cook it. But now it comes time to plate it all up. So get all that salad in a bowl, stack your chicken tenders, and get your rice on the plate. If you're feeling fancy, you can squeeze some extra lemon on top of the chicken tenders and put some cute little mint leaves for garnish on top of your rice, and then there you go. There you have it. A hearty, delicious plate that really didn't take too long. It all kind of cooked all at the same time, and it makes for a lovely way to end the night. So enjoy!